Hey everyone, Sam here. Welcome back to my channel. Today we're taking a look at a brand new tool called PodGorilla. And if you've ever wanted to create podcasts for yourself or even sell podcast services to clients, this is definitely something you'll want to see. So, what is PodGorilla? It's an AI-powered podcast creation platform that turns blogs, videos, or written content into full podcast episodes. And the best part is, you don't need to record, edit, or even speak. It can actually clone a real voice or use premium AI voices, and the result sounds surprisingly natural. One of the features I really like is that it can also generate full podcast series, not just single episodes, so you can deliver a complete authority-building show in just minutes. And if you want to expand beyond audio, PodGorilla can also turn those episodes into video podcasts ready for YouTube, which is huge for visibility and branding. In today's video, I'm going to show you exactly how PodGorilla works with a full demo. I'll walk you through the entire funnel, and I'll also share exclusive bonuses that you'll get if you decide to pick it up through my link. So, let's jump straight into the demo. Here's how PodGorilla actually creates a podcast from scratch.
Alright, this is the step-by-step guide on how to create the best podcast with PodGorilla. Let's start with step number 1, and that is to create a music that you can use in your intros and outros, right? So let's go ahead in the music library and create a music. Now, I'm thinking I would like to create some sort of a historical podcast that actually talks about history. So I'm just going to call this, And for the music style, I think I'm going to go with a bit of classical and then maybe inspirational. In terms of beat, let's just stick with slow and peaceful. And then I can of course go ahead and customize all of this. I think maybe I'll add in a flute and maybe 14 seconds would be enough. Let's go ahead and generate it. Now you can of course go ahead and twinkle with all of these settings and get it up to how you'd like it to be, but I think it's fine for now. I'm just gonna add this to my library, and now that we have this, let's go ahead and create an audio segment, and let's add an intro first. I'm just gonna call it history podcast intro. This is basically step number 2, right? So let's ask AI to write us a good intro. And let's send this and see what it comes up with. Welcome to the Echoes of the Past, where we journey through time to uncover the stories and secrets that have shaped our world. That's actually pretty good. I'm going to use that name, in fact, Echoes of the Past. So for the voice, I am going to select, I think maybe Nova. We'll have these voice previews as well. Right now we don't have that, but And in terms of voice or vibe, I think I am gonna stick with Medieval Night. That's more of a historic effect. I'm gonna add a bit of echo. Now make sure whenever you add a bit of echo, you add a bit of feedback as well. Otherwise, it's not gonna work. And do the same with reverb. If you add reverb, add a bit of dampening as well. And then I'm just gonna select the music and let's go ahead and generate our intro.
Welcome to Echoes of the Past, where we journey through time to uncover the stories and secrets that have shaped our world.
I do like that. I'm just gonna add this to my library as well. Now I can go ahead and create an outro as well. History podcast outro, and then I'm just gonna ask AI to write me an outro asking people to like, share, and subscribe for a podcast called Echoes of the Past. And I'm just gonna send this to AI. Thanks for tuning in to Echoes of the Past. If you enjoyed our journey through history, please like, share, and subscribe to uncover more stories with us every week. So let's again go with, I have no clue which one I selected. Good thing I can see here. So I'm just going to go with Nova again. And then again, Medieval Night. I think I'm going to avoid adding echo and all in this. And I'm just going to select the same music and let's generate the intro now.
Thanks for tuning into Echoes of the Past. If you enjoyed our journey through history, please like, share, and subscribe to uncover more stories with us every week.
That's good as well. I'm just going to add that to the library. Now that's done, let's go ahead and create an advertisement. I'm going to, utilize it. I'm just gonna ask AI to write me an ad that interrupts a history podcast selling a book with 1000 factual AI, not AI, sorry, factual historic. Write me an ad that interrupts a history podcast selling a book with 1000 factual historic. I don't know, artifacts maybe. Yeah, let's just send this and see what it comes up with. Unlock the secrets of the past with our book of 1000 factual historical. I mean, it's not the best. We'll work on improving this for advertisements at least. But let me just let's just update it to this, and maybe now let's go with a bit of, I don't know, alloy, and then I think a calm voice would be nice here. Definitely no music and all, just plain.
Today's podcast is brought to you by our sponsor, the History Museum. Unlock the secrets of the past with our book of 1000 factual historic artifacts, your ultimate companion to deepening your love for history. Go to PodGorilla.co and order today.
Yep, that is perfect. So let's just go ahead and add this to the library as well. Alrighty, now that we have our intro, outro, and ads, let's just go ahead and set up a podcast. Add a new podcast. We're gonna give it a name, Echoes of the Past. That's the name. And I'm gonna select my intro, outro, and then I am gonna select a host. I mean, these are not really relevant hosts because these are our default speakers, and I don't think the niche is correct. But anyway, I'm just gonna utilize that for now, and I'm gonna ask AI to write a what is your podcast about? Let's see what it gives us. Now this typically takes a bit of a while because it's a very specific prompt that we run it through to make sure that the data that comes back is completely up to the standard that we want it to be. So let's just scroll through this. Captivating podcast dedicated to exploring the rich tapestry of human history. The lens of hosted by each episode dives into fascinating historical events. And this is the entire structure and all of that. So that looks good. I'm just gonna go ahead and submit it. And what we're gonna do now is we're gonna add an episode. So let's click on the add episode button. We're gonna invite one of these as a guest, maybe a woman, and then I can upload a document, choose a custom topic, add a video URL or a page URL. I'm just gonna run with custom topic. Roman Empire. Let's run with that, and then let's select storytelling, and the tone should be casual, and let's just hit and add a name. So let's click on submit and give it a minute to generate a podcast for us. Alrighty, as you can see, that's done. Let's go ahead and view it. And as you can see, this is right here our entire podcast, right? And of course I can go in and edit it and even ask AI to add more things, or whatever I'd like to add. I can even add more dialogues, so I can click on the add line button and it's gonna add another line for me to add more dialogues. Once I'm happy and finalized with the podcast script, I can go ahead and click on this button and it's gonna generate all of the voices for me. I'm just gonna pause it here and come back once it's done. Alright, it's about to complete, so I thought I would restart it.
Hello listeners, and welcome to the very first episode of Echoes of the Past. I'm Fer.
Now as you can see, the moment it is done, it's gonna start playing, so you can kind of preview it. And let's go ahead and add our advertisement. So you can really add it after any dialogue that you'd like. I'm just gonna randomly add it here, and I am just gonna add this, and I can preview it as well.
Today's podcast is brought to you by our sponsor.
I'm not gonna play the entire thing, but that's pretty much how this works. So I'm just gonna save this now, and as you can see, it's been updated, and now I can go ahead and download the podcast, and it's gonna give me the MP3 file of the entire thing. So I'm gonna show you that once this starts downloading. It takes a few seconds because it's stitching the entire thing up with your intro, outro and all. So give it a bit of a minute. And as you can see, it started downloading. It's done as well. So let me just see this, and let me just quickly try playing it.
Welcome to Echoes of the Past, where we journey through time to uncover the stories and secrets that have shaped our
Hello
world.
listeners, and welcome to the very first episode of Echoes of the Past. I'm Farron Blake, your guide on this historical journey. Tonight, we're delving...
Right, so the entire thing is done. It will have your advertisement, intro and outro. Now, you can go ahead and, just utilize the MP3 and upload it on platforms like Spotify. Additionally, what you can also do is you can just come back to your podcast, and in here you will see that there's a RSS feed feature, so you can add your entire podcast in your RSS feed. You can give it your author name and email, and then you can select all the episodes that you want in here, and you can update it, and it's gonna automatically create the RSS feed that you can go and share on platforms like Spotify, right? So you can just copy this URL, and it will basically have all the details. Let me just show you. I don't think it copied, so I'm just gonna paste this in, and as you can see, this since we only have one episode, here's the title of the podcast, the description, and then we have the file URL and all of that stuff. So when you add this into some sort of a platform like iTunes or Spotify, it's going to automatically pick that up. Then additionally, what you can also do is you can convert this audio podcast into a video, which is the last feature that I would like to show you right now. When you head over to my videos, you can create a new video, and in here you can give it a name, click on the next button, and then you're going to select your podcast. It's going to list all of the episodes you have here, so you can select anyone, and it's automatically going to check if you have your subtitles and all of that stuff done already. If it's all done, it's going to show all set. If there are errors, it's going to ask you to fix them first. Then you can click on the next button. Now we will have quite a lot of templates coming up soon. Right now I just have these 3 to show you a preview of, but basically let me just go with the square ratio template, and as you can see, it has already initiated, so I can go to the video page and I can see the progress. Now I'm going to pause the video and I'm going to come back once this is done. Alrighty, so our video has rendered. I think it took like 3 minutes, maybe 5, but no more than that to render this entire thing. And let's go ahead and check it out.
Welcome to Echoes of the Past, where we journey through time to uncover the stories and secrets that have shaped our world.
Who, like the architects of old...
Now, as you can see, the person that's speaking is going to be in color, and the person that's not speaking is going to be grayed out, and then the audiograms are going to be against them as well. Now, of course, there are quite a lot of improvements that still need to happen in the template itself, so don't think of it as the final version. We'll have a lot more polished version once we're there.
Has mastered a craft, although hers in...
Be here. The Roman Empire is such a colossal part of history, and I'm excited to explore its depths with you.
So, Vesa...
But yeah, now you can download this video and you can publish it on platforms like Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, and pretty much everywhere. And again, we have the option to have vertical, horizontal, as well as square ratio videos, right? And again, we're still working on improving this, so this is going to be a lot more polished in the coming months. But yeah, that's about it for this video. This is an entire walkthrough on how everything works. Hopefully you all like it.
The front-end offer gives you the core PodGorilla software with commercial rights, letting you create and sell fully produced podcasts without recording or editing. You can create complete podcast shows, generate episodes using AI voices or voice cloning, produce intros and outros, and even convert everything into video podcast formats ready for YouTube. Then we move into OTO1, which is the unlimited upgrade. This removes all usage limits and unlocks more voices, more templates, priority rendering, faster delivery times, and support for multiple speakers. This one is ideal if you're planning to serve multiple clients or scale your podcast production. OTO2 is the niche packs, which gives you ready-made podcast frameworks in multiple profitable niches. You get episode scripts, show structures, naming formulas, interview questions, promotional posts, and email templates. This is great if you want to launch fast without writing content from scratch. OTO3 is the business edition, which gives you the complete client service setup. This includes done-for-you proposals, contracts, pricing calculators, service menus, cold outreach emails, and sales scripts. Basically everything you need to sell podcast services professionally. Now, instead of picking each upgrade individually, there is also a fast pass option, which bundles OTO1, OTO2, and OTO3 together at a reduced rate, so it's the easiest way to unlock all advanced features in one click. And finally, there is a bundle deal, which includes the front end plus all 3 upgrades together. This is the highest value option if you know you want the full system from the start. If you're about to grab PodGorilla, hold on, because the bonus stack you'll get from me takes this way beyond just creating podcasts. You're getting a full client attracting, content scaling, authority building system that helps you grow faster and monetize easier. Bonus 1, the premium agentic AI business automation platform. Use smart AI agents to follow up leads, book calls, and handle support while your podcast builds authority. Your content pulls attention. The agents convert it into clients. You can even sell these AI agents as an additional service. Bonus 2, the AI-driven 3D avatar creation platform. Turn your podcast audio into eye-catching short-form videos using animated avatars. Perfect for TikTok, Reels, and Shorts, and comes with full commercial rights for client work. Bonus 3, the AI-powered faceless YouTube channel creator. Since PodGorilla already makes video podcasts, this lets you expand on YouTube without showing your face. It creates scripts, thumbnails, titles, and full videos automatically. Great for growing your channel or offering DIY channel services. Bonus 4, the AI-powered 8K movie creator. Create cinematic brand story videos and podcast promo trailers without filming anything. Instant authority positioning for you or your clients. Bonus 5, the Advanced AI App Collection, a full suite of AI tools to create videos, voiceovers, avatars, graphics, animations, analytics, and more. Perfect for adding high-value deliverables to your podcast services. Bonus 6, the most in-demand AI creation suite. Generate viral promos, visual content, highlight clips, slides, and branded graphics from every podcast episode, so each episode becomes an entire content campaign. Bonus 7, unlimited AI hosting on NVIDIA GPU servers. Host landing pages, client dashboards, and AI tools with no limits, and resell hosting for recurring income. And on top of all of that, you're also getting my exclusive bonuses, which give you a full suite of additional AI tools designed to elevate everything you create with PodGorilla. You'll be able to handle ebook and podcast creation, content production, video creation, SEO ranking, social media traffic automation, graphic design, funnel and website building, along with ready-to-deploy AI coaches, autoresponders, cloud storage, a QR code generator, and over 20 AI assistants that speed up your writing, marketing, and client delivery workflows. This means you're not just getting a podcast creation tool, you're getting the systems to grow it, promote it, and monetize it at scale. Plus, you'll still receive all vendor bonuses from the PodGorilla team, including trainings, resources, and additional tools to help you get results even faster. This entire bonus package alone is worth far more than PodGorilla itself, but it's yours completely free when you purchase through my link today. Click the link in the description and secure your bonuses now, before they're gone. Now, let's break down everything you're getting. Click the link in the description box for all the bonus details. Here's a preview for you. So to wrap this up, PodGorilla really stands out as a powerful platform for building authority, creating content consistently, and turning that content into real business growth. One feature that really impressed me is the automatic social clip extraction, where the software identifies key moments in your podcast and instantly turns them into short videos for TikTok, Reels, and Shorts. This is huge because it allows you to multiply your visibility without spending hours editing. If you found this video helpful, make sure to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. I share more reviews, tools, and strategies just like this. Also, don't hesitate to drop a comment below and let me know your thoughts about PodGorilla, or if you have questions about using it in your business. I read and reply to every comment. And if you want to get PodGorilla along with all the exclusive bonuses I mentioned in this video, click the link in the description. You'll find everything you need there. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.
Hey, it's Ajlal, and in this video, I'm going to show you how incredibly easy it is to use PodGorilla and create good podcasts with it. Now, the first step, of course, is to go ahead and add a podcast. So let's go and do that. Now, you can really create a podcast about anything that you'd like. Let's say I want to go with something like agentic AI. Now, this is going to be the name of my podcast. I can, of course, add an intro and outro as well that I can create within PodGorilla and, implement it into my podcast. So this will then introduce and, have an outro on my podcast in every single episode that I create with it. But for now, I'm just going to leave that and move on and select my speakers. Now, by default, we have quite a few speakers in here for you that you can use across different niches. So, they have different kinds of expertise. And on top of that, you can also clone your own voice and add yourself in as a speaker too. Right now, I'm just going to say, go ahead with one of the speakers that we have in here already. And then I can ask AI to write a description about this podcast. So let's say I want this podcast to be about agentic AI and its applications in business, or to be specific, online business. So let's go ahead and send this to AI. It's going to take a few seconds, and then it's going to write me the description for this podcast. And this particular step is kind of important because it helps us, understand what the entire podcast is about. So when we go on to generate episodes for it, it has this particular context. And there we have our, podcast description. So it has the core theme and purpose, the target audience, the episode structure, tone and style, speaker dynamics, common discussion topics, USP, and preferred output for our AI engine. Now, of course, you can go ahead and make any changes that you'd like in here, but I'm just gonna submit this and go in and actually start creating the first episode for it. All right, our podcast is now created. Let's go ahead and create our first episode. I'll just call this, say, in 2025. I'll just give it a catchy name, and then I can invite any guests that I would like into this particular podcast. So these could again be from our list of speakers, or it could be your own speakers that you can add into PodGorilla as well. So let's just say I'm gonna invite this person as a guest to my podcast, and then there are three main ways that I can use to create podcasts. First of them is that I can enter a custom topic. Then I could also use a video URL from YouTube or Vimeo. And what this does is it basically takes the captions or subtitles of those videos and converts them into a podcast script. And then lastly, I can also submit a page URL for a blog, for example, and convert that into a podcast as well. For now, I'm just gonna stick with a custom topic, and I'm just gonna type in the same topic that I have in my episode name, and then I can select from our templates on the structure of how I want the podcast to be. Let's say I want it to be educational, and I can also change the tone. I'm just gonna stick with casual for now, and then I can click submit. You can also define the ethnicity of the people that you have on your podcast, and that way it would basically tailor a few words and accents according to that particular ethnicity. All right, now that our episode has been generated, let's go ahead and view it. And you can go ahead and basically take a look at the entire script that has been generated for you. And once you're satisfied with it, you can go ahead and create voices of the entire episode, or you can even individually do that. You can also add in your own lines and all for a particular speaker. So for example, you want to add a text line, you could do that, and then you can assign the speaker of your choice from the speakers that are available in this particular episode. I'm just gonna remove this one for now. And by the way, you can also add advertisements that you can build within PodGorilla into this particular podcast as well. I'm not going to do that right now. I'm just going to go ahead and generate the audios. So as you can see, it's going to now start generating all the 23 voices for the dialogues that we have here. So let's give it a minute, and I'm going to come back once this is done. All right, it's almost done here. Just one last voice left.
Hey everyone, welcome to the very first episode of Agentic AI. I'm your host, Devlin Ash, and today we're diving into a topic that's literally reshaping the business landscape as we know it. I'm thrilled to have a very special.
So as you can see, our audio is now ready, and I can go ahead and already download the MP3 file. Or, if I want to make any changes, I can still go ahead and do that, add any dialogues that I want or advertisement and all. And then once I'm satisfied with it, I just have to save it. And now I can go ahead and also start publishing this onto any of my podcast, shows that I have on tools like Spotify or SoundCloud or anything similar, even Apple iTunes. And to do that, all you have to do is create an RSS feed. So you can basically automatically add every single episode that you have on the feed URL. And you can submit this into Spotify, SoundCloud, Apple iTunes and all. And it's gonna keep on updating every single time you add an episode, and it's gonna automatically publish it to your Spotify account. Then you can also generate a cover image. So I'll just say and you can even upload your own image as well, but I'm just gonna use AI to generate a cover for now. And the cover image is ready, so I can attach it directly to the podcast. And there you have it, right? And then you can also convert this podcast into a video in just a few clicks. So you navigate to the My Video section, and in here you just click on Create New Video. It's going to ask you a few details. So the first thing that you want to do is give your video a name, and then you select the podcast that you have created. It's going to retrieve all the episodes. So you select the one that you want to create the video for, and then it performs checks to ensure it has the audio and the subtitles files. When it does have that, you can go and select your template. So let's say I want to create a horizontal horizontal podcast, and it's gonna retrieve the template and it's going to use that. So you can click on the next button, and as you can see, it has initiated the progress, and we can navigate back to the video page. And as you can see, it's in process right now. So I'm going to pause this here and I'm going to come back once this is done. All right, the video is rendered, so let's go ahead and check it out.
Hey everyone, welcome to the very first episode of Agent.
Now, as you can see here, we have our podcast title, the name of the episode, an animation that shows when the person is speaking. Then we have the image of the speaking person in color, and the person and the guest or the other person that's not currently speaking is grayed out for the sake of better visual effects.
I'm your host.
Looking forward to our conversation about agent.
And now, as you can see, when she starts speaking, her image is colored and the other person's grayed out.
Take AI. It's such a revolutionary time for businesses, isn't it?
Hey everyone.
So yeah, that's how it works.